Good morning, Hampton Roads. How's everybody doing today? Another glorious Wednesday morning, 45 degrees and sunny. Welcome to Virginia's only local real estate investing podcast, where we get to talk about local investors, local deals, and all things local. I'm your host, the founder of the Master Investor Academy, and author of my best-selling book, Work Just Gets in the Way of Making Money, Scott Jelinek. If you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to discuss, properties you'd like to sell, go ahead and text me at 757-699-4227. That's 757-699-4227. If you have not already done so, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you are on your podcast and not on video, go ahead and leave a rating and review. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me get this out to more people. Again, we are just doing this locally in Hampton Roads, so it's the only local real estate investing podcast. So a couple things I wanted to touch on before we get started is I still have a few spots left. Yesterday, we sold 2 more spots. I believe I still have 4 or 5 spots left for this event we're doing, a very, very small event, going to be January 30th and the 31st. It's going to be right here in Virginia Beach in Town Center. 2-day event, 9 to 5 each day. We're going to go over all the 5 pillars of real estate investing. That's marketing, wholesale, rehabs, rentals, raising private money. And we're also going to go over slow flips in depth. That's my favorite part of real estate. So if you have not done so already, go ahead and text me and I will give you the information to get you started, 757-699-4227. And I will get you a link so you can go ahead and get registered. The cost for attending is $297. I offer, as I always do with everything, a complete money-back guarantee. If you attend and don't think it was well worth it, then you just tell my wife at the end or whenever you feel like it, and she will give you a refund on the spot. We never ask any questions. Nobody ever wants a refund, but we offer it to you. If you were nervous, what happens if I go and this whole thing is lame? Just tell her and she'll give you a refund on the spot. You have nothing at all at risk. We all know 2021 is going to be an epic year in real estate. So if you have not got yourself started yet, this is going to be the ideal time to get your education, get yourself focused on what it is you're going to do, and then get started moving forward. So today, Wednesday the 6th, I'm closing my very first wholesale deal for 2021 today. And so I'm excited about it. And the reason I'm sharing it with you is because this is one of the rare deals that I do where I no longer have access to the property. It happens every now and then where I get a seller comes in. This particular case, the seller came in from Northern Virginia, so he drove in. So I had him just that afternoon to be able to do my walkthrough, do my buy call presentation, make an offer. We actually ended up doing it through email because he had left before we finalized anything. And then I had no more access to the property. So to wholesale it, I had to. Now, sometimes I have full video of the property. In this case, I did not. I had to wholesale it based on trust. And that means that the guy I sold it to, I walked him through it from my memory. This room is this, the kitchen's completely gutted, the bathrooms are gutted, the roof looks like it's brand new, and he bought it based on trust and based on, what I've told him. Now, I have done this dozens of times and I've never had an issue, but the reason I tell you this is because it is really, really, really important to have a good reputation in this business. I could just as easy tell him everything's perfect, it's moving ready, and sell it for an extra 20 grand. He'll buy it, it'll close, he won't be able to get his money back, but obviously I'll get a horrible reputation and we'll never be able to do business again. So it is critically important if you're ever in these situations where you have to tell somebody and they don't get the opportunity to see it with their own eyes, and yet they're going to spend 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand, and they have to go with your word. Make sure your word is impeccable. If anything, go over in the opposite direction, so it won't be as bad as you said. So this afternoon, they're closing. My seller already closed. My buyer's closing at noon. And then after they close, I'm going to go with them to see them see it for the first time. And I'm actually going to do a video on my way over there. So if you guys don't follow my YouTube channel, you may want to go to it today and you'll be able to see the house and see their reaction, if they like it, if they don't like it, or how it goes. I've done it a bunch of times selling properties. When I have regular buyers selling properties just based on a video, or sometimes just based on, hey, walk the exterior and I'll tell you what I believe this is what it's going to take on the interior. I don't recommend everybody do that, especially if you're new, until you have good buyers that know you, like you, and trust you, and make sure you're always impeccable with your word, and then you won't have to worry about it. So that's what I got going on today. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is I got a text from somebody yesterday. And by all means, guys, text me anything you want to text me. It gives me more content to talk about. So if you have a question, anything you want to text me, go ahead and text me. So anyway, so this guy texts me that he's been at this for about 6 months. He got one deal right off the bat when he started, and he hasn't gotten anything since. And he was thinking about quitting. And so I have a few things to say about that. So first off, and you guys know this, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. The only way to fail in this business is to quit. The only way to fail in general is to quit. But furthermore, I wanted to go with the old saying. Everybody knows the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? We all know that. We've all heard it. Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time. It takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. But there's an extended part of that saying that nobody ever talks about. And that is, this is how the saying goes. And I'm not sure if you guys are even aware of it. Everybody always says Rome wasn't built in a day. And it's this old famous saying. But the real saying was, Rome wasn't built in a day, but they never stopped laying bricks. And that's the part to remember. Yes, it does not happen overnight, but you have to continually be laying those bricks. This is your life at stake. There's nothing more important. So if it takes you a week, a year, 2 years, 5 years, you must complete your journey. That's it. There is no part-time successes. And this is something else to remember. Speaking of part-time success, there's so many times people think they can do one thing and go wholeheartedly and be successful at it, but then every other area of their life, they leave unsuccessful. You can't do that. There is no part-time success. You're either going to be a success or you're not. And so you can't just focus on all I'm going to do is buy houses and everything else can go to crap. That's not the way it works. You're either going to be a success or you're not. There is no part-time success. Rome wasn't built in a day, but they never stopped laying bricks. Remember that. It's little things. It's the little things you do on a daily basis that mount up to eventually help you attain your success. It's not one thing, 1 month, 1 year that did it all at once. This is the little things that you do on an ongoing basis every single day. And so keep that in mind. This is a long-term business. A lot of times people look at somebody, and I'm not even going to say myself, they can look at anybody who's been in the business, who's super successful, and all of a sudden they think, well, that's what I want to do. I'm going to get into real estate and I'm going to be like this person. What they don't see is this person might have had 5 years of struggle first, 10 years, 20 years. You don't know. You're only seeing the end result. And, it looks the same when you see actors and actresses. They're in a movie and you say, oh, they're so great. They're making a movie and making $30 million. But you didn't see all the crap they went through first till they got their first role or all the auditions or the waitressing. That you don't see all that. All you see is the end product. And so what happens is you want to start and then have the end product. And that's great. You got to have a vision. You got to have a goal, but it doesn't just happen like that. This is a lifelong process. And so that's all I wanted to share with you. I want you to remember when you're thinking about it, first of all, when you're thinking about quitting, remember the only way for you to fail is to quit. So that's your choice. Everything's a choice. And secondly, Rome wasn't built in a day, but they never stopped laying bricks. And so even if you feel like, oh, this is not working, you still get out there and do it every single day. Get out there, make it happen. There are no part-time successes. And I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you for thinking about quitting. I always try and keep people from quitting as best I can because the only way you fail is to quit. So just don't expect things are going to happen. Now, some people start off and they're crushing it from month one. It happens. So it's not to say it couldn't happen, but when you're struggling for a reason. You just need to keep at it. Keep laying bricks. That's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to make sure to share that with you. When you're laying those bricks, make sure you do something today your future self is going to thank you for. When you set yourself free, the world is going to line up to ask you how you did it. So you remember that and just work on with purpose on that one purpose. Set yourself free. You will get there. It was not built in a day. Keep laying bricks. That's all I got for you guys today. If you had any questions, anything you want me to go over, feel free to text me, 757-699-4227. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a rating and review. I greatly appreciate it, or any comments that you might have. And I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Have an absolutely fantastic day.